Hey guys, in today's video we're going to look at the variety of lockboxes you can find in the first region, what they do and where to find them, as well as the locations of keys to open them. Let's kick it off with the Manager's Tasking Hat. This has the mod Inspiring Authority, causing enemies hit by your attacks to become marked for your companions to prioritize, and causing the targets to deal less damage to your party. And as you can see here from this little bit of gameplay, where I'm using these poor troopers as test subjects, they get a little marker above their heads, notifying you that they've received the debuff to prioritize them as a target, and your companions are noticeably trying to kill them. Now to find this lockbox, head to Fairfield, and around the back of the town you'll find a bunch of houses. In front of one of the buildings you'll find Officer Warren, who suspects there's some spooky stuff going down, but it's actually just some protectorate hiding out in the cellar below the building. Now to gain access to the cellar, head inside the building that he's standing outside of. You'll find a terminal. Now you can hack this terminal, or you can find the code that's underneath the fridge to access the administrative controls and open the cellar. With the cellar open, you can then go down and resolve the situation. As you can see, mine ended up a bit violent, but after you've sorted it, you can then find the lockbox on the crate on the left hand side. Next up is the Tactical Trajectile Defense Dome. This helmet has the Safety Sphere mod, where any projectile that comes too close will be destroyed at the cost of your gadget energy. And back to our lovely test subjects, they're shooting me, it's being blocked on the right. You can see that there was some force field shenanigans going on. That was it intercepting all the projectiles, and now that my energy's depleted, I'm taking damage again. To find this one, head to the Ministry of Accuracy, kill your way to the entrance of the main building, and once you're inside, do some more pest control and make your way up till you're at the final room, where you'll find the lockbox on a table with a convenient decryption key alongside it. This next one is the Dead Man's Jacket. This unique medium armor has the Spider-Mines mod, which when taking damage you have a chance based on your hack skill to release a Spider-Mine from your armor, and also when being knocked out, you drop a number of grenades around you based on your explosive skill. As you can see, as I'm taking damage, at some point a Spider-Mine's going to pop out, but at the time of recording it did appear to be bugged because the Spider-Mine is kind of just floating there, but I'm sure this has been patched since. The jacket can be found at the Automech Repair Center, which is here on the map. Once there, you'll eventually start doing the quest, Vanquishing the Vexing Vapors. Very early into the facility with the leaking uranium, you will find a room with a bunch of rogue drones, and you can find the lockbox on a shelving rack. Next we have a weapon, the remote detonator. This is one of the first weapons that you can obtain that uses heavy ammo rounds. It has the mod beacons, which fire subtle explosives that stick on impact, and then reloading detonates these explosives. This is probably my favourite looking ranged weapon so far. I just think it looks really cool and the scope is pretty nice. And it's quite fun. And because of how it works, you can straight up just shoot any NPC and they won't even flinch when they've got this explosive attached to them, which is quite amusing. And then you could just detonate it, which obviously then makes them hostile, but I thought it was quite funny. You can find this weapon on the map here, in the area to the left of Westport. You will be able to identify the house easily as it's the one with all the crabble eggs blocking the front door. Head to the upstairs section of the house, and dead ahead on the desk you will find the lockbox. Now we have Native Species. This light armor has the mod From Nowhere, which reduces the sound radius of weapons by 25%, decreasing to 50% with your sneak skill. Now I tried testing this armor set out a little bit, but it's a bit awkward to test as you can't really gauge the distances. But it did appear to make my shots seem less heard, but it's again hard to tell, so it would have to be used into some more extensive tests. Alternatively, if anyone's got this already and has some experience with it, please leave a comment and let us know your results. You can find this armor during the quest, The Lab That Shouted Incoherently and Often. Make your way to the quest objective at the Red Spire, where you have to collect a sample, and you'll come up to a little covered area, where there are a bunch of raptidons. Deal with them, and you will find the lockbox next to a lamp and a poor soul that was most likely the snack of those raptidons. Now for a melee weapon. This one is called Murder's Best Friend, which has the mod Killing Spree, and every time you perform a stealth kill, your blade gets coated in blood and you deal 20% extra damage and gain increased crouch movement speed. You can stack this up to 3 times, and at max stacks, your footsteps are silent. These stacks last until you are detected. As you can see here, I've found some new test subjects, and I'm performing a stealth kill here, and then I'm wandering over to my next one, and as you'll see, my damage is increased, and then I've gained increased crouch movement speed. Now, I'm moving quite fast here, and you could see the drop off when I get detected, and my movement speed goes back to normal. To find this weapon, make your way to the Raptidon Den, which is located here on the map on the north side of the island. Evict all the current residents of the den, and make your way to the main chamber, and you will find it on the ground next to a trooper who's seen better days. And finally, we have the Auto Hacker 5000, which has the mod Scramble, causing a chance on hit to scramble auto-mechanicals to fight for you. This chance increases with your hack skill and the target's shock stacks. And as you can see, I found a Dragoon which has volunteered to be the test subject here. After shooting it, it's now charmed and will fight for me until inevitably it dies. Or the charmed wears off and then you'll just have to reapply it. But this guy, he fought for me until the very end. This will probably be one of, if not the last lockbox you will find during your time on Paradise Island because of its location. It's found inside the Vox Relay, operations floor, right hand side. After dispatching the guards, you'll find some storage areas, and on the left side storage area you can find the lockbox on top of some racks. Now let's get on to some locations for some decryption keys. Starting off with some easy ones, vendors. They often sell keys. The ones I've found so far on Paradise Island are the vendor from Fairfield sells one, the Westport robot vendor sells one, and the robot in the repair center sells 2. Now for some locations. You can find one at the very most southern part of the island where there will be a pier with a house and a befuddled fisherman. The door is closed until you restore power from the nearby substation, but once you do and are inside, you can find a key inside a safe and then another on a small table. Next up, on the left side of the island is the Skycutter facility. Inside, there is a quest that tasks you to find 5 armorial IDs. These IDs are used to open a very secure chest, and once you have found all 5 IDs, return to the chest, open it, and inside there will be a key. Just north of the Skycutter facility, you will come across a small substation. Once you've gained access with Engineering 3 and dealt with the Dragoon, you'll find a container blocked by an electricity field. Locate the switch to shut down the field, and inside the container there is a chest containing the key. The quest Diabolical Drones of Doom you get from the bounty terminal in Fairfield actually rewards you with a decryption key. So once you've handed in, pay attention to the side of the screen, you will see bits and a key has been given. Just outside of Fairfield, towards the southeast, there will be a pier with 2 fishermen. Once you're there, go inside the building, and on the left there will be a table with a key. To the left of Westport, there is a small restricted zone. If you're brave enough to trespass, then you can find yourself a key located near a workbench on the bottom shelf of some racking. Finally, I have one that requires some points invested into observation. At the time I had 6, but I can't be certain how many you need for this to appear, because there is no prompt like engineering or lockpicking that tells you what you need. But inside this room on the command floor of the Vox Relay, there is a secret room behind a desk, and a key is inside along with a pitchball card. And that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. If you found any of this useful in your travels across Paradise Island and beyond, drop us a like. For now though, take care and see you next time.